This is a great news story.
Yes, it is our great news story of the day. Sean Stewart is here to tell us about his experience as an election worker in Fairfax County, Virginia. Welcome, Sean. Nice to see you.
Sean,
So,
welcome.
Good morning.
Let us start by thanking you for your tireless work ethic, counting those ballots. Amongst other responsibilities, I just think the great unsung heroes of
so many.
Yeah, I don't think there was so much emphasis put on poll workers as this election. And I logged on. You can watch them counting the votes in certain places in real time, and I was fascinated by it. Was such endless work.
Absolutely, there's no question. And thank you for having me this morning. It's a great pleasure to be here. The reality is that there's just a huge team of individuals in Fairfax County and across the country that put out amazing amounts of time, thousands of hours to make sure that these ballots got counted. And it was tireless work. And truthfully, I think knowing that they were contributing and all working together as that team is what made it worthwhile and what made it work.
So, Sean, explain to us what exactly your role was. What were you doing?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So I was serving as an assistant chief election officer in the central absentee precinct of Fairfax County. So the central absentee precinct took all the absentee ballots. We mailed and processed over 270,000 absentee ballots. They came into us, and I was there to support the chief and support our other election officers as they went through that whole processing effort to review and count those ballots.
How many hours did you specifically work, or did you lose track after time?
At this point, the timesheets don't even make sense anymore. I'm fairly certain they're just piled up with all kinds of scribbles. But I think the badge of honor I get to wear was over 20 hours on election day.
Wow! Oh my God!
And election day, but your job wasn't over then, right? Did you keep working after election day?
Ryan, that's absolutely right. Yeah, we did. So the cap itself, the absentee precinct, worked actually all the way up through this past Friday. We were counting and processing up through this past Friday. So along election day, back at it early 8 o'clock the next morning to work through all those that were coming in, folks that had mailed and that we were then receiving after the fact to process everything through and make sure they all got counted in a timely fashion.
Why was it important for you to work this election? I mean, to me, I've never seen such participation, and I think part of it was that people had more options. I mean, the pandemic has been such a nightmare, but the one bright spot is that people had the ability to vote by mail, to vote early, and it allowed a lot more freedom, I think.
I think you're absolutely right. I know for me personally, I mean, I've been interested in politics my entire life. I was lucky to be encouraged in it from a very politically engaged family and had a chance to study it academically. But, this election, I think for all of us, just so much news and so much going on out there between the health crisis and the fact that every presidential election matters. But this one felt especially important. And I think we saw the need. I think our election authorities put out the fact that, there's folks out there that would normally work the polls that were concerned about the health situation and that they needed the help. So for me, I think it was an opportunity to serve someplace that I can make a difference. There are a lot of people out there that are highlighting issues and highlighting candidates. And I don't know that my voice could add much there, but I felt like I could play a small role here. And I think that's absolutely true. We had so many people from retirees to veterans to college students that saw an opportunity to step up and help out. And I think that's what they did.
The new essential workers, the poll workers, for sure.
Sean, thank you very much. Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it. Job well done.
My pleasure. Thanks so much, and thank you for highlighting these great folks.
By the way, I'd like to invite Sean to be my friend with Mitch and Bryce. I mean, Sean,
oh my God,
Sean,
100%.
Right? It should be Sean, Mitch, Bryce, and me.
Would you like to join the Breakfast Club, Sean?
Absolutely. It's a great time.
He's a good guy. I like Sean.
He's ready. He's ready.
He's ready. We'll be right back here on Live. Stay with us. Thanks, Sean. Good job.